Well, summer has finally arrived, a few weeks late in July, but still it's good to have it here. Sad part is July is almost up, which means we only have one more month of summer. Because out of 12 months, you can be sure 2 of them, July and August, will be summer. But now we're here, back in the noisy city. Got to take care of the lawn, fix up the house, keep the lawn from turning into a dust bowl, but giving it enough water to where I don't go broke paying the city water bill. And try to keep the dogs active. But what we're going to do is we're getting ready to start going hiking now. I've created a list a year ago of about 80 hikes, dog-friendly hikes in the Cascades and such that the girls and I can go on. We've gone on quite a few of them. Some of them I've been hiking since the 60s. And sad to say that list is not for publication, folks. In my lifetime, I've seen too many of my favorite places be loved to death or simply trashed out of stupidity or ignorance of weekend warriors or people who thought hiking was just, put your shoes on and head for the hills. So, to protect the places I love from incompetent people, I'll show you where we hike, but I'm not going to give you the information that I have. It's a lifetime of information, and there's plenty of books out there, some out of publish, but if you're a serious, considerate hiker, you'll know where to go to find that information. Anyway, my idea for my video, or for my YouTube channel, at the start, was to show the girls and I traveling as semi-nomads in our little RV, used RV we got 2 years ago and have been working on upgrading it. And then during the good months, up here in the Northwest, we'd come home and spend a couple months hiking and camping up in the hills. Stick with us. We might not be RVing right now, but I plan on taking the girls and that going hiking up to some beautiful places that I think you'll enjoy coming along with us. So hang in there, and if you haven't subscribed, for doggone sakes, pick your finger up, poke that subscribe button, poke that bell button, and for doggone sakes, hang in there, will you? You're gonna miss out on a lot. We gotta get our backpacks ready. I gotta pack the backpacks for the dogs. They have their own. Get their water bottles, their treats and toys and stuff they pack with them up to the lakes and the lookouts that we go to. So I've got to pack for them and for me. So that usually takes a little bit of time because you gotta pack right when you're going into the woods, especially if you have dogs. Almost forgot. Sarah, it's your birthday this week. You're 11 years old. Just 1 month younger than Katie, who's 11 last month. So, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Sarah. Happy birthday to you. All right, girl, can you blow out the candles? Huh? 1, 2, 3. Oh, what a great job there. Okay, guess what? Yeah, you're watching Kate. Kate's not going to get all of it. You each get half, okay? Just like you got half of Kate's, but you tried to take more. All right, let's go over and let's have our treat. Whoops. There goes Kate. Well, from the mistake I made last month of serving them in the house on the kitchen table, I decided to move things outside because, for one thing, it's a whole lot nicer this month. So, the dogs are waiting for my command to dive into their birthday cake. Sarah's not one to wear all the birthday paraphernalia like Kate is. But, okay, you girls ready for birthday cake? 1, 2, 3, okay. Okay, I guess I gave the stay command a little too strongly. Okay, birthday. Kate, birthday cake. There we go. I'm surprised Kate's chewing hers, otherwise she'd just inhale it. Okay, you guys are definitely liking the birthday cake. So, it's good to see. That's another year gone. Next year, you guys will be 12. Holy cow. Okay. Okay, spread out here at my little kitchen table, I have both the dog packs, which are made by Roughwear. I got those at REI. After several months of research on everything that's out there, I decided on these two, made by Roughwear, because of the high quality of the stitching, the material used, the way they conform to the dog's body, how they hold the weight, distribute the weight on the dog's body, and just their outstanding quality. So it depends. If you want to buy a backpack for your dog for the long term, you can get them a lot cheaper, a lot thinner, you know. Or if you are going to do it for the long term, 10 years or so, I'd guess, then get a Roughwear. They are excellent. The dogs have put these things through the trials and tribulations of backpacking and hiking in the mountains, lakes, and everything. And they have done great. Comfortable. The dogs have no issues with them or anything. Anyway, what we have here is each dog carries a bag of their own goodies. And this has some training treats, dog bones, and I might put some other items in there. But each one has their own food pouch. Then you'll notice on here, they all have an ID tag that gives information about them. You open this up, it's got a photo of the dogs, information about their vet, who to call, and emergency contacts in case they get loose or I get hurt. And I have a little key here that if we're coming back in the evening and it gets dark, I hit that and it makes it easier to see if the weather or the terrain gets cloudy and hard to see. And each dog carries 2 of these, one on each side. And sometimes if you get something like this, that works just as well. It's almost, the same volume. So I also reuse these for that. So then each dog carries one of these little pop open waterproof water bowl. And I do that because if I get foggy minded or busy with what's going on with the dogs and I lose one or leave one behind, at least the other dog will have a duplicate. So it's always also. Now these are some things that I'll carry in my own backpack. I got this, which is one of their favorite toys. It's a duck decoy on a line, so I can toss it out, and if they don't want to get it at first, I can pull it back in so it's not lost floating around the lake. Then in my backpack I'll carry their little compact dog first aid kit for hiking and my own. And then this here is their field collar, which I put on them. And that's just like a last resort emergency. Now, a lot of people have bad vibes about these things, and that's because I believe they're ignorant about how to use them or the many types there are. Now, the first one I got many dogs ago was for hunting dogs, and that thing only had 3 settings: low, high, and oh shit. And that was not good because it had no adjustments. This is made by Dogtra. After lots of research, I chose this and I have been more than happy with it. This control is for 2-dog collar. This is for one. I got another one that's for the other dog. But the good thing about this is it has 100 different intensity settings. The front buttons here are buzzers, like if you people remember what a hand buzzer was they used to sell. That's what these are. On the side are the buzzers where you give them a mild, poke in the neck. And up here you can switch this button to nick or continuous, depending on how long you hold the buttons down. And then here would tell you the setting, how high you have it set on. And that would also relate to the intensity. So this has worked awesome. I've got 2 dogs and both of them are different. Katie is a little more shy and reserved, mild-mannered. Sarah's much more laser focused, and sometimes you just got about, shake her up to snap her out of it and to break that mindset so she's listening to you again. And then also I have binoculars I carry, because when they're on their leads here, they can roam freely, and they do obey voice commands very well, because I have trained them very well. But in case they get focused, and they do have like laser focus on something and don't follow the voice commands, I can use my little control here, and the first thing I'll do is give them a buzz, just to kind of make them go, whoa, okay, yeah, that's right. And if that doesn't happen and it gets serious, then I give them a little pinch. Now, there's some people out there that don't know how to use these things, and so they're totally against them. And from my experience, that is out of ignorance, because anything in the wrong hands is dangerous if you don't know how to use it. But this, with 100 different settings for any kind of temperament, any kind of dog, is excellent. In fact, I was surprised while watching Dog Whisperer years ago to find out that even he chose these for all the dogs he trains. So don't waste your money on the ones you see in hunting shows that only have 3 settings, because you will terrorize your dog with those. This is totally different. And also I have this lead here for both dogs that has a Y yoke, and it is very handy. Rather than having 2 separate collars that get twisted into a knot, that keeps them side by side and together. So that is what I put in their packs. I might add other things to their little packs depending on where we're going, how long we're going to be out, the weather, and other conditions. But basically, that's all they need. I'll add some of my food and stuff to it also. And some of the extra water they're carrying is for both them and me on the trail, which makes my backpack a whole lot lighter. So, as a rule of thumb, with this backpack, the dogs can carry 25% of their weight easily. And at first I thought, well, I put those 2 containers of water in them, that'll slow them down. No way. Even at 11 years old, they act as if they don't have anything on their backs. So that's a testament to how well these things fit, how comfortable they are to the dogs, because the dogs act as if they're not even there. Doesn't slow them down, doesn't do anything. So anyway, we're gonna pack up here and we are gonna head for the mountains. Our first big hike in 3 years, because I've spent the last 2.5 working on my new used RV I've bought and getting that ready for several travels and hopefully a future of living off the grid as a semi-nomad, and then returning home during our 2 months of summer here in the Northwest Washington State to hike and enjoy the high mountains. So hang in there, everybody. Things are going to start getting exciting. See you later. Bye-bye.